he ended up, they gave me a real hard time about it. Well, we were at my mom's one day, and Kane was like, I've got to talk to you. And Brittany and Luke don't want me to tell you because they're scared you won't go to their house again. But I know you think that you're crazy and you didn't hear anything, but I think you heard something. And I was like, what? What happened? And he said, Luke went to the post office to take a package, and the lady that took the package said, is this your address? And Luke said, yeah, that's my address. And she said, have y'all met the little girl that lives upstairs?
Oh, my goodness.
No
that
way.
just scared me.
Well, that scared me too.
It's true.
Hey, y'all. I'm Mitzi.
I'm Molly.
And I'm Melanie. And today, I was on the show and I was talking about some of my paranormal experiences. And I also introduced one of my favorite products. And we played a game and there was a little twist. There was a new winner. That it?
I'm not going to say anything about
What
the game.
episode are they about to watch?
11.
Let's see if we can do
11.
this. 3 plus. We're going to try to equal
Okay,
11.
3 plus 4
plus
4.
equals
11.
yeah, 11. Good job, girls.
Episode 11.
I don't even know what to say. Except, well, shoot.
Wait, we got to tell.
What?
Do you know, subscribe if you can. Everybody. Don't if you can.
Oh.
Let's do it again.
Oh, you
Okay,
should.
do it again.
Ready?
Subscribe if you can. Don't if you can't.
But we want you to.
Do it right now.
We want you to be
Yep.
able to.
Do it.
Episode.
Mollie and Mitzi and Molly. One thinks she's smart and one thinks she's funny.
Which one is which? You'll never know. Let's just listen to the show. Let's just listen to the show. Hey! Episode 11. Here we are. 11. 6 plus 5 is 11. Do you notice how people in the South, they don't say 11, they say 11? We'll see you at 11 o'clock.
11.
It's 11.
It's 11.
That's 11.
They put an M in it.
It's like your mom and them.
Episode 11.
Like mom and them.
Hey, tell your
How's-
mama and them it's episode 11.
How's your mom and them?
Well,
That's so weird. Why do we do that?
It's like we say shopping buggy instead of shopping cart.
that's right.
Yeah, it's a
We
yeah,
leave, but
it's
we
a
leave
buggy.
letters off of stuff.
Yeah.
You fixing to do something too.
Fixing, going.
Well,
We don't say going. Going,
Yeah.
Preaching.
wiping your booty.
Yeah.
You always got to bring up the doo doo.
Well, wiping your nose.
Wiping your nose. You wiping your nose,
I don't say I'm wiping my nose.
and you say, "I need some windshield wipers."
What are you supposed to say?
I know, but we say like it's drawn out a little bit.
Wipers.
Wipers.
Let me draw out those
It's like we got that
vowels.
cornbread in us. You know,
cornbread with some milk.
Dude, that's gross. Have you ever eaten that? No. Well, maybe we need to introduce our guest today.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We do. We have a great guest today. Her name is Melanie. Captain Melanie!
Ahoy, mateys.
TikTok. She knows so much about boat safety. It's a whole separate episode because she knows so much.
She knows a
It
lot of
is
things
true.
because she's going to talk about that and some other things.
Today is not about boat safety.
Nope.
I'm in the know about a lot of things.
She knows a lot of stuff.
A lot.
She's a really good friend of ours. Actually, she's here from Antarctica. We let her come over here. She rode a penguin, I reckon.
Polar
Okay.
bear.
Oh, sorry. Anyhow, today's topic is
So weird.
ghosts
I just had a visual of her riding polar bears over
through the ocean.
I mean,
With
go
a
ahead.
pink
Okay.
saddle.
Go ahead. Sorry.
You had a saddle on that polar bear?
A pink one.
Well, dang.
Oh. That's a whale shoot. You know that is. So she's going to talk about ghosts.
She's had, if anybody that I know has had encounters or has the knowledge, it's her. So we have asked her to come and talk about some of her encounters and some of her knowledge. She's been to these places that, everybody wants to go to.
She just
And
recently
she
went to one,
goes.
like not long ago, right?
Yeah, in the fall.
She likes to talk about this stuff. This is highly interesting to her, and she even dressed up like a ghost.
I did. And you know, the thing about, I wouldn't even necessarily say ghosts. Like I think that stuff's fun, but like more of like paranormal. Because
Okay.
do you know what paranormal means? It's unexplainable things.
Ooh.
That's what the
Which
word
is more scary.
paranormal means.
We're getting deep.
So I feel like it's more paranormal.
Okay, we're going to go with that word. Paranormal.
Paranormal.
Not normal.
And it's stuff that when it happens to me, I ignore it. Like it happens, and I know it happened, but then I just kind of ignore it and walk off.
I thought you liked it.
I do, but I think I think there are certain things out there that like aren't very good, and you just
with
don't
you.
need to draw attention to it. So
I wanna talk
it
about that,
happens,
too.
and yeah.
Because that's, yeah.
Yeah. So there can be some like, yeah. So it happens, and I have a lot of fun when it happens, but
And it's
I
fun
kind
to
of
tell
ignore it.
about.
Yeah, and it's fun to tell about. And I don't know why it happens to me, but it does.
Maybe they feel a connection.
They're
to
just
you.
drawn to you because you'll be like, what can I help you with?
Y'all know when I feel like it really got strong was, and I'm going to get deep right here, but my big mama, that's my mom's mom, she passed away, and I was in the room. She was the first person that was in the room when she passed away. And after she passed away, and she was the first person I was super, super close to pass away too. And after she passed away, I really got sensitive to things and noticing things more that I didn't notice before. And I'm wondering if it's because I had that kind of experience of being there when she passed away. You know? I don't know.
Okay. No, I'm with you. I'm like, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Now, you said you had looked up a few things.
Yeah, from Florence, Alabama.
Some local things.
I did, and we've probably talked about the. I mean, we've got Sweetwater Mansion.
Yeah,
There's some
we need to
things
go there too. We need to talk
Yes.
about that. We need to take a field trip.
Oh, that's the one that we pulled up in the driveway and we didn't. It's blocked off.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah,
The one in
it is.
Florence.
Yeah, the
Yes.
one. In Sweetwater.
And we saw the deer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now they're trying to open it back up. They're trying to
Restore it.
renovate it, things
Okay.
like that. I think so. There may be an opportunity that we could go there and visit.
Well, I don't want them things to come back home with me, though.
Well, I don't. Yeah.
Y'all know Crystal already thinks that things follow me. That's why I have all these.
Well, man, I hope you
I
didn't.
mean, they
run
don't
over
bother
there.
me. So
I mean,
they may bother everybody else, but they don't bother me.
okay.
Trowbridge's restaurant.
Oh yeah.
We'll talk about that. And if you've ever gone on the Shoals Ghost Walk
Yeah.
downtown, there's a lot of this stuff. The one, it was Ghost Bridge. It's not there anymore because they tore that
brought that up
down
today.
But
We used to go there all the time.
we did stay with our kids. The off-campus bookstore.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that. Kobe Hall. A lot of things on the UNA campus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Said Norton Auditorium, Ritz Theater. I don't know. I mean, that's just a few that just as soon as I looked it up, that's what popped up. So a lot of things at UNA.
I want to go back to
think it's
Ghost Bridge for a
so-
minute. And I had printed up some stories of people. Just some people were anonymous, some people gave their names, but just some general stories, nothing like a landmark or anything like that, but just some general stories. And several of them contained stories about animals. And then as I was eating lunch today, one of my friends said that they went to Ghost Bridge and that their dog was a golden retriever and always wanted to swim, jumped in every body of water. But when they got up to that body of water, he was trembling. He would not go anywhere near it. So,
Animals
and
know.
I've read that animals sense the paranormal. That's what I've read in all of these things. Now, for me to sit here and say, I believe, I don't believe, I'm not saying that. I'm just telling you the testimonies I've read.
Right.
That's me too. I just feel like I've had some weird things happen in my life that I'm going to tell you guys about later that are unexplainable. I'm not saying that, you know, I know some people are sensitive to like a ghost subject or whatever, but these are just things that are unexplainable things.
Right.
And they happened. It's a fact.
Yeah, it's a fact. They happen.
So I read. I printed out a lot of stuff, and at the end we'll talk about. I printed out the scientific theory on ghosts, and then the biblical theory on ghosts. I printed out both just to compare, and then there was a few of these that I was like, "What in the world?" Like when the internet first not came about, but when you could see somebody on video. I forgot what the app was.
The webcam
it was
or something.
It was something on the computer. Hang on. It was 2010 and the internet was new to this person. Video calls were like the big thing. Skype.
Yeah.
Skype. He was Skyping with a friend, and the friend said, "There's somebody behind you. They have on a red t-shirt," and he kept saying, "Looking behind me," and there was no one there. And he said, "It's been 10 years," and he still says there was a person standing behind you. So, and he went on into some details and things, but just stuff like that is what I was reading. And then I read, of course, about cats and dogs sensing this stuff, and I'm not going to read them all, but some people say they always felt somebody was following them to places. Anyway, another one with dogs. Like every single one of them talks about their animals sensing and giving clues or barking to something, and then they're like, you know.
And you say, I see those videos all the time that if it's like they're not their camera in their house at nighttime.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's the animal that alerts them or something, and it's weird stuff.
You know, one person here said somebody got in their bed on an air mattress. You know how you can tell if somebody sits on an air mattress.
Yeah.
She said she was on an air mattress, and all of a sudden, one side went down. This was in one of these stories, and somebody tried to spoon her.
That's strange.
That's what it said. She said
Maybe
spoon.
that lady from Alaska that we were talking about earlier would have liked that.
She might have.
Be spooned
Be
by a ghost.
spooned by a ghost.
Well,
Cuddled.
She said she was spooned. And you know what happened? You know what's
every
Was she spooned by a woman or a man?
She didn't know. She just said she didn't want to get back on that air mattress. I don't think she liked it.
Yeah. I probably
she didn't
wouldn't
want to
either.
be.
Well,
It's true.
it is true.
I wonder if ghosts.
That's a great question.
I know. We need to look it up. Google it.
I think we've already had 3 squeaks.
Well,
So, shoot.
well, she big time on that
A
one.
big well shoot on that. But
I don't know.
Wondering Minds, what's it called? Want to know.
Yeah. We're curious.
Can.
Maybe that lady from Antarctica could tell us.
Okay.
I mean,
Well, I did print out a lot of stuff, and at the end, I'm going to print out what I was. Well, I printed out the most.
Scratch my gut.
The what?
gotta be careful.
I almost knocked the microphone over. I would have scratched my
It's fine. I printed the most haunted places in Alabama. There's a Maple Hill Cemetery in Huntsville, where the swings are swinging a lot.
Oh, I've wanted to go there
No.
so bad.
That's closed.
Yes, we need to take a road trip. I've wanted to go there so bad.
Okay. And then there's the Drish House in Tuscaloosa.
What about the courthouse in Tuscaloosa? Is that on there? Do you
swamp.
remember that from 13 Alabama Ghost? And the man was waiting upstairs to get hung. They were going to hang him the next morning, and a storm came, and they said lightning hit the glass pane, and there's a face
I've heard that before.
in the
Where is
window.
this? Huntsville?
It's going towards Tuscaloosa, but they have changed the window panes out, and everything in the same face appears. My parents took me when I was little.
not.
Is this that story about that car? You know, the pushing of the
in
car.
Russellville.
Oh, yeah.
Henry Hill.
I haven't taken y'all to do that yet.
No,
We
have
went
you
when we were
been?
young.
I've been a bunch, and I went last
I've
year.
never been.
We went when I was
Okay.
like 16.
No, I'm taking y'all.
How long does it take to get there?
I went. It's
Russellville.
probably about 45 minutes.
We went when we were younger.
Hey,
I
we're
feel like-
going.
I
No,
thought it was going tonight.
I'm taking you. I didn't tell y'all about that picture I got of that weird thing at Henry Hill. It was weird. I got a picture of
So
a
supposedly
figure.
the car rolls uphill. And you put flour on the back and you can see handprints.
Well, what you do is you put it in, and it happens to me every time I go, and you put it in neutral, but you have to go to a certain spot, and it's it's like a indention in the road is where you see, it's like you can barely see it, but you park, you put it in neutral, and sit there, and you can put flour on the back. And they say that you see handprints on the back.
Have you ever seen handprints?
I did when I was like a teenager, but I haven't done that as an adult. We need to do that.
Could it be physics? Like the way that the road...
Well, look it up because there's all kinds of like scientific things. They're trying to explain what happens at Henry Hill, and I don't know how in the world that would happen. And it pushes you uphill, literally. I don't know.
Was that one even on your list to talk about tonight?
Oh, I forgot about it.
I know.
Well, we can go there. And we got Sloth Furnace in Birmingham.
Oh, I want to go there.
Gaines Ridge Dinner Club. I've not heard of that.
I haven't either.
Camden. It's named after it's called the most haunted restaurant in Alabama.
Where's it at?
It was it's built in an 1820s home. It's known for the family of ghosts, including a woman screaming and calling out as she floats past the windows, and the ghostly reflection of a tall bearded man. Camden, I don't know where that is. Several guests have reported hearing screams and cries of a baby and smelling pipe smoke when no one in the house was smoking. Luckily, these ghosts are harmless and only enhance the draw of the restaurant. So I guess it's still open. I don't really want to eat there.
I'd like to.
And then Fort Morgan
Oh.
in Gulf Shores.
Oh, I've been there.
I've been to Fort Morgan. What part? I mean, what is it like?
I didn't know it was haunted.
Third system masonry fort built.
The fort, the actual fort.
Yeah. Battle of Mobile Bay, Spanish-American War, World War One, and World War II. Souls that perished there are still around.
Well, they talk about it, Tuscumbia, over there close to Deschler High School. People have seen soldiers walk across the road.
Oh, yeah.
Because that house was
the place across the street from Daschler. I know what you're talking about. Mm.
Because that house was like a place for them to go. I mean, it was like a hospital. Like
Yeah, like a Civil War hospital.
Okay.
You know, Pope's Tavern is like that.
Yes,
like they say you
yes.
smell death when you're
Yes,
there.
I went there on that ghost walk.
I did too, but I didn't smell death.
And I mean,
Did you smell a dead body?
I was weirded out.
I was
scared.
I was like kind of having a panic attack, but it wasn't.
And it was
but I didn't
dark.
smell anything.
I didn't
but
smell anything either, but
it
I
made
wanted
me
to
very
look in
uncomfortable.
I didn't want to get close. I don't know. It's weird. Wow. I was scared.
Okay. Well, it
They
is
said
kind of freaky.
there's still bloodstains on the floors
in
Pope's Tavern. Have you ever been in there?
no,
We went there on a field trip when I was in elementary
we've
school.
got lots of field trips to go on.
Yeah, we do.
Can you still go in there?
We need
Will
to
they
make,
let you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you tour it.
Okay.
We need to make a list.
Yes, we need to go.
We need a summer field trip list.
Yeah, of haunted places or
right.
paranormal places. Weird
Yeah.
things that happen.
Paranormal. Before we let you share yours, there's one building that we heard about a ghost that we'd heard several. When I say several, I'm talking 15 stories of people that had experiences in this building, this particular building, and we kind of started researching it, and ended up stopping because I talked to a pastor, and he kind of gave me some insight, and I was like, you know what, I may not want to pursue this anymore.
Yeah.
So we stopped. But there were lots and lots of things that happened, like floating scarves in the air.
And it was always associated with the color blue.
Yeah.
Was
Like it
this
was
not
always
a
in
building
blue.
a building that I know about? Like
Yeah.
Okay.
The person that worked there, their clock would stop. And we realized that was the time of death. Every day, change the batteries, clock would stop at the time of death. And so we started digging more into it and looking for stories and newspaper articles and all the things. And we kind of quit pursuing it because we kind of got a little scared.
Yeah.
But the building was open for the public, so we just went and did a little research.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we got our guest here is going to share some things that we don't even know about. We want to hear all about it.
I'm really excited.
And hopefully we can put some pictures up, Christian, of the places she's talking about. as she talks about them because some of them are so cool.
Yeah.
Can we find them?
We can find them.
Yeah, I have a picture of some of it. Okay, the first place I'm going to talk about is the yellow house that me and Kane lived in on in Twin Oaks. Okay.
Oh.
And it was Kane's house when we first got married, and so it was bigger than the little house that I lived in, so we decided to move in there. Okay. Well, then the weirdest things would happen. I have a couple of stories for in there.
When his sister lived too?
Yeah, the one that she rented for me, and then they had some experiences.
Okay.
So one night, well, it actually happened about 4 times, and me and Kane, you know, our kids were gone on the same weekend, so we had it set up to where they'd be gone on the same weekend. So we would have like a date weekend, you know, because we both got married with kids and we needed a date. Okay, so none of my kids were there, and they always happened when none of the kids were there, and I would be laying in the bed and I would hear, and I was a night owl, and it would be like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, and I would just be laying in the bed watching a movie, and I would hear doors start opening and closing in the house. And I thought someone had broken in. So I would always wake Kane up, and he would get the gun, and it frustrated him so bad. But before I would wake him up, I would call 911, and he would get so mad at me. So the police would come, and they'd check
Oh
the
my
whole-
goodness.
Well, dadgummit.
Well, shoot.
Yeah. Okay.
So the
Wait,
police-
how many times did you call the police?
4.
Well,
So they were like, something's wrong with this girl.
I mean, they were like, nobody's in your house.
Yeah,
Nobody's in
okay.
there. And so that was just weird to me. Okay, so there was another time in this same house when I decorated for Halloween. And you guys know, like, when you decorate, like, you kind of stand back and look at what you've decorated. Oh, does that look good or not? Well, I decorated, and there was, y'all got to listen to this, there was a wooden sign, a heavy wooden sign that said trick or treat that I got from TJ Maxx, and it was sitting on the mantle. So we were getting ready to go to church, and everybody had walked out, and I was the last one to leave. And I just remember looking back and looking at the mantle and being like, oh, my mantle looks so cute, you know. And so we left, and we went to church, and it was on a Wednesday night, and we came back, and that sign was, you see where that window's at right there?
yeah.
It was, okay, so where the window is would have been my mantle. It was where your chair is, that sign. And I was like, we had no pets at the time, nothing. And Kane
That's
was like,
I don't know how many feet that would be. I mean,
it's
that's pretty far.
It's far. And it had fallen off the mantle before, and it would just fall straight down because it was a heavy wooden square. And Kane was like, well, maybe it like fell down and ricocheted across the floor. And I was like, that does not even make sense. And there was no way it could roll.
because it would, yeah.
Just really weird. So my last story that happened in this house was, okay, we had a little dog, 3 pounds, named Barkley. Okay. Well, I was at home alone. The kids were at school and everything. And y'all know it was when I did hair, and I was getting ready to leave for work. Well, my father-in-law came over, and he was like, hey, Melanie, can I borrow your lawnmower? And I was like, yeah. And so I was like, I'm getting ready to leave, so I'll open the garage door for you. So I go and I put the dog, we had a kennel, a wire kennel, and I put the dog in the kennel, and you had to close it and then latch it closed. Okay. And then y'all get this. I always turn the light out because he was calmer when the light was turned out in the room that we put him in. And then I had to pull the door closed. I didn't push the door closed. I had to pull the door closed. Okay. So I go outside to let my father-in-law use the lawnmower, and then I'm like, oh, I forgot my phone. So I unlock the door and I go back inside, and my little 3-pound dog was standing in the middle of the living room. Like, that dog would have had to pull that up, push it open, and turn the knob and pull the door open to get out of that room. And the door was open to that room.
That's strange.
So, you know, Kane was like, Melanie, I mean, you may have thought you did it. I was like, I remember detail for detail what I did. And I put the dog up before because I didn't, he was newer, so we were worried about him going to the bathroom on the floor and everything. So I did not want him to go to the bathroom on the floor. So I always made sure to put him up in the,
Wow.
so that was weird.
I think that would be the most weird.
Yeah, it was a strange.
You didn't call the cops.
Not that time.
Good.
But I did when I thought somebody broke in because I was like, what if somebody's in the house? And I'm more worried about real people, like somebody sticking me in the trunk and like leaving with me.
Yeah.
I'm not as scared of like paranormal things as I am like real people.
You're scared of real people. So did you do any like researching on that house, like to see what was the past?
I tried, but I didn't.
The owners.
I didn't find anything.
If they passed away or anything? Okay.
And then I don't know enough about, but my sister-in-law rented that house from us when we moved, and they had some very strange things happen in that house. But I don't know enough about it to.
I need
Okay.
to talk to her and see.
Yeah, they
Okay.
had some weird things happen.
So Yellow House, check.
Yellow house, check. You want me to move the next one?
Yeah. Okay.
Let's hear it.
Brittany's house downtown. Have I told you about this?
No.
Oh, y'all get ready. Okay,
Close to UNA.
Well, yeah, it was close to UNA. Okay, you know where KFC is? Mm-hmm. You take a right. You would take a right going towards UNA by KFC.
Yeah.
And she lived in this little house over in one of those neighborhoods, and it was the cutest house. It was like this little 1930s house, and there was a closet door that you opened to go upstairs. And when you went upstairs, there were these 2 bedrooms upstairs and a small bathroom. And can I tell you guys, I love this house. And my sister had it decorated so cute, and I always felt very comfortable there. And this was just one weird thing that happened. So I would keep my nephew Trip on Mondays and Tuesdays when Brittany first started teaching school. Okay? So I would go over there, and me and Trip had a routine. Well, I would get him, and we'd go to McDonald's and get a biscuit, and then we would come back, and we'd eat our biscuit, and then I would let him play and whatever. Well, this morning, we left. I did not lock the front door. I just closed it. And we went to get a biscuit, and we came back. And so we're laying on the couch, and in her house, the couch was facing like this way, and there was a big bay window, and it was up against the window, okay? The closet door, I'm telling y'all this to tell y'all how it happened. Okay, so the closet door that led upstairs was right in front of me, right over here, and the TV's on the wall right here. So me and Trip get finished eating breakfast, and we're laying there, and we're watching TV, and I just kind of turn the TV, he falls asleep, and I kind of turn the TV down low, and I'm just kind of sitting there watching TV, but it was low. Well, I hear footsteps, human footsteps, and they were upstairs, and they started at the back, and they walked real slowly to the other end of the house. Okay? So I'm scared someone has broken in while we had gone to get a biscuit. Okay? I'm always scared somebody's broken in. Okay, so I take a chair and put it up against that door to the upstairs, and I call, Luke was working at UNA at the time. And so I call him to come check it out. He was not happy because he was like, Melanie, you're being paranoid. And I was like, I heard what I heard. Okay. So he goes upstairs, looks everywhere. There is nothing. And he was like, it was probably a raccoon or something. I was like, I know what a raccoon sounds like. And I know what slow human footsteps sound like. And this was slow footsteps. So he ended up, they gave me a real hard time about it. Well, we were at my mom's one day, and Kane was like, I've got to talk to you. And Brittany and Luke don't want me to tell you because they're scared you won't go to their house again. But I know you think that you're crazy and you didn't hear anything, but I think you heard something. And I was like, what? What happened? And he said, Luke went to the post office to take a package. And the lady that took the package said, is this your address? And Luke said, yeah, that's my address. And she said, have y'all met the little girl that lives upstairs?
Oh, my goodness.
No
that
way.
just scared me.
Well, that scared me too.
It's true. I mean,
Okay.
like, and that's just on it. That's
You heard what you heard.
paranormal, unexplainable. But Kane was like, I should tell you that because I know you're thinking, okay,
But
I've
but
said
that
too
makes you
much.
feel better that you're not just
Yeah,
I
that's-
got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys, hold on to your breeches because it's getting better.
It's getting better.
I'm
So
holding on to my.
this happened at my house that I live in now. And this was actually my husband's experience. Can I tell
That
about
you
his
live in
experience?
now? Like
Yeah.
you're
You
cur-
can, but what if I come stay there?
It's okay. It's
Okay,
I mean,
good.
I love I've never felt uncomfortable.
Okay.
I mean, the only person I know that passed away in my house was my grandmother, but I don't know. So this was Kane's experience, and he's really not vocal about any experience. He thinks that something he doesn't believe, I don't know. It freaked him out, but he's like, it was unexplainable. That's all
Yeah.
I'm going to say. So this was when my parents still lived there, I think. And we used to go out there and stay in the summer, and he was sleeping on the couch down the den. And everybody was asleep, and he heard footsteps, and it started back at, y'all know where my laundry room's at? Mm-hmm. It started back at my laundry room, and it walked like very slowly, and he heard it, and it went through the kitchen towards the dining room. And you can see if you stand up in my den and you look through the window, you can kind of see into the dining room through the bay window. Mm-hmm. And so he was like, what in the world? One of those boys is up. But he was like, it sounded really sneaky. So he stood up and he was like, what are y'all doing? And nobody answered, nothing. And he stood up to look, and he was looking through to the dining room where you can see in the dining room, and he couldn't see anything. And then he heard it turn back around and walk very slowly back towards my laundry room again. And he said he just never saw anything. He said it was just really strange. But that was something strange that happened to him. Mm-hmm. So Kane took me this fall to San Francisco. It was on my bucket list. And we went to Alcatraz, which the only thing I can say about Alcatraz, it was built in the 1800s. And we did the VIP tour. So they took us down the basement. Well, the basement is the fort from the 1800s of Alcatraz. And then Alcatraz is the whole prison that's built on top of the fort. And so I got some pretty weird pictures down there. They're kind of unexplainable, but...
that is so interesting.
Oh, I love that stuff. Mm-hmm. So then...
We wanted to go that one time. Remember that one time we almost went?
We almost went.
Well,
California.
We had we had to go there for some training.
Yeah.
And
I would
COVID hit
recommend
and it all
it.
got canceled and
Yeah.
it was free.
Yeah.
Okay.
You couldn't go.
I would
Anyway,
have...
we were going to go there, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay, we all need to do that. I would recommend that totally. I'd always wanted to go to the Winchester Mystery House. Do you guys know about the Winchester Mystery House?
Just from y'all telling us.
Okay, do you want me to tell our audience a little
I think
bit?
you
Yes, I think they
should.
need to know.
Okay, so the Winchester Mystery House is in San Jose, California. And there's a lady, her name was Sarah Winchester, and she was the heiress to the Winchester Rifle Company. Well, her and her husband were so in love. It's really sad. It's a very passionate story. But she had one child, and that child ended up passing away. And then her husband passed away of, don't quote me, I think it was tuberculosis or a disease back then. And so she never remarried or anything. And the rest of her life, she wore black, like she was in mourning. And she just never recovered from it. Well, she had some very strange things happen to her in her house. And she ended up contacting a medium. And the medium said that, because Sarah Winchester thought she was cursed. And the medium said that she was being haunted by the spirits of people that were killed with Winchester rifles. So when you go to the house, it's gigantic and it's very quirky. And there are staircases leading to nowhere. You open a door and it leads to like straight outside. Like on the top floor, there's just like nothing. You open doors to like brick walls. It's the strangest. It's the weirdest thing. Well, what they said was the medium told her if she stopped building on her home, that the spirits might come after her. So she had contractors building on her house 24 hours a day, 7 days a week until the day she died. And she died in
Just
like the
random
1930s.
stuff.
They built stuff constantly. And she would have these seances, and they would say that, they say that the ghost told her where to build the staircases to, or where to put the doorways to.
Oh my God.
And it is, if y'all go, I'll go again.
But what did you say? Didn't something happen to you there?
Oh, yeah, this is what happened to me there. So we're taking a tour of the Winchester house, and we're in Sarah Winchester's room, okay?
Oh
and
my
me and
goodness, that's just
Kane,
creepy enough as it is.
I know, and that's where she died. And so me and Kane,
I can't believe they let
she
you.
died of a heart attack.
Well, good.
Go right in
My
her
goodness,
room.
I'd have had a
I
heart
mean,
Oh
attack
yeah,
too.
yeah, it was amazing.
Okay.
I mean, it was great.
You were in her room.
Yes, we're in her room, and the room was so nice. I didn't feel weird or anything. Well, so me and Kane are at the back of the line because I want to stay back and take pictures. So we're up at the back of the tour group, and so the tour guide leads the tour group to the next room, and there was this man that was like French. He was like a foreign French man that was standing there with us, and I'm standing there and I'm just taking pictures of Sarah Winchester's bed and in her room and everything. And all of a sudden the doorknob turns and the door opens. And I'm like, and I look over at Kane, and Kane kind of grins at me, and he's like, what in the, because he's in total denial that some of this stuff happens to me. And he's like, and then the French man was like, did you people see that? Did you people? And I was like,
See.
we did.
Wait, is that French?
That's Spanish.
No, shoot. What's the S in French?
We.
Wait. Different letter. Sorry.
or 2 letters.
Oui.
Wait.
So the third man saw it too. I'm just telling y'all that it's not just me. I have some
The
witnesses.
third man. Oui. I
Just
saw it.
stuff like that too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was really strange.
That would be so cool
That
to
was-
see. We need to definitely show a picture to our viewers of
Yes,
how
the
big.
wing.
If you could look
Yes,
at the bird's eye view, it's huge.
Yeah, you can just see where
Did
they
you
just,
go through
she
the
just kept
whole
adding on to
entire
it.
house?
Oh, you can't. It's like
So who owns the house now?
I don't even know if they know really how many. They say that there's like 180 rooms in the house, but I don't think they really. I think they're constantly finding new rooms. Well, the state of California, I think, owns it now,
it?
and they've turned it.
What's
It's
the
the
square
coolest
footage?
place.
Okay.
I don't know.
We need to look at.
Yeah,
We'll look it up.
We'll
Put it
We'll
on
look
here.
that up. Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
But-
So you did not get to see the whole thing, just the main parts, or
I mean, we saw a ton of it, so I don't know.
what if you went up that staircase and jumped out?
I mean, that would have. I would have died.
She's smart enough to know
Yeah.
not to jump out, to look before she leaps.
Yeah,
I did. This was around Christmas. Well, no,
It
Yeah.
wasn't too long ago because I remember you.
Yeah, it was November, I guess. It was
Yeah,
November.
It was in the.
Because they had Christmas gifts sitting on the staircase that leads to nowhere.
Okay.
And like I kind of went up and stood on the staircase to kind of get my picture taken, and I felt kind of weird there.
Ooh,
but
can you send that picture to us?
I'll try to find it.
Yeah.
I'll try to find
We
it.
can put that
Okay.
on there.
Yeah.
That's cool of you in that house. Okay. We have more stories.
All right, next.
There's a lot.
Eh,
And that's pretty impressive, though, that she's experienced all this.
I know.
yeah, it's a lot of fun.
That's not the same time you went to Lizzie Borden. That was a separate trip.
That was a separate trip, but that was a lot. Oh, I've got one more thing I've got to tell you. Y'all are gonna die, and I have a video.
What?
I have a video of this
Okay.
too. Oh my goodness.
Wait,
I'll tell you about that in a minute. What?
that do with your cell phone?
Yes.
I saw that video. I
is-
think you shared it with
I
us.
probably
You
did.
told us about it.
Is that not
I
the
saw
craziest?
I saw the video.
You should
Crazy.
tell them.
Okay, I'm gonna have to send the video. I need to
You can
put
send
that
the video in and we can show it if you just tell them
it's
about
wild. Okay, so I'll tell you about that. Okay, because I've kind of gotten off track. I've got my little list right here. Okay,
Okay,
so
we get off.
We don't have.
yeah. So me and 3 of my friends went to the Grand Hotel in Fairhope, Alabama. Have you ever been there? It is the coolest place, and it was built in like the 1800s, and like they used it as a Civil War hospital at one point, and like they say that there is a man that plays the piano, that the piano plays on its own in like the little foyer way, and it's got a lot of history. So I was all about this place. But like some weird stuff started happening to me there too. And another friend of mine that y'all love very much was laying on the bed, and it was dark, and I just started taking pictures, and there were like 6 orbs floating above her while she was taking pictures. She's a pre-K teacher at a school, and she's got black hair
Is it in Antarctica?
in Antarctica.
They have lots of schools there.
Yeah. I don't know if this friend wants me to say her name. That's on just
Probably not.
Probably
but
But okay.
she would not like that there was orbs over her.
Oh, she knows. She freaked out a little.
Yeah.
I bet she would. Okay.
Yeah. So okay, so another friend of mine had a charger, okay, a charging dock. And it was one of those chargers. I have one right now that your phone magnetically sticks to it, and it's hard to take it off. Like, you have to pull it off. Well, I set my phone. Everyone else we were taking phones to the charger. Everyone else would set their phone on their charger and it would stay charged. It would charge overnight or whatever. Well, mine, it would not be charged. Like, I might put it out on there at night and in the morning it wouldn't be on the charger. And I'm like, what in the world is going on? Well, so we decided to set up a video camera. And so we set up a video camera and my phone is sitting on that magnetic charger and it turns slightly like this and then it flips off the charger. I mean,
I remember seeing it.
yeah, I got a
crazy.
video.
We can show that.
I mean, I
It's
have,
crazy.
you
Yeah.
know, that's the thing. I have like documentation of a lot of this stuff.
I mean, she's not making this up. She's got stuff.
Not making it up. Okay, this is just a fun thing that I went to see the Lizzie Borden home in Boston, and that was a really cool experience. But I really didn't have, I was really kind of bummed about the trip because I thought, man, I'm gonna have an experience here. I'm gonna tell you guys when my experiences happen is when I don't expect it, is when it happens. If I go looking for it, nothing's really gonna happen. I was really surprised by the Winchester Mystery House that happened to me because I was kind of waiting for it.
Because you're waiting, yeah.
But it usually doesn't happen like that. So this is Ripavilla Plantation. Okay, I'm
I've
gonna
not
leave.
heard of that.
I'm gonna
Where's
leave the last the beach trip. I'm gonna leave it for last.
Okay.
So the Ripavilla Plantation, it's in it's out right outside of Nashville, Tennessee. It's in like Cool Springs.
Okay.
Going towards Cool Springs. Okay, so it's me and my sister go the day after Thanksgiving. We go shopping every year. And one year we were just kind of got through shopping a little earlier and I was like, do you want to go tour, like do a plantation tour or something? And she was like, yeah, let's go. So we decided to go and we were doing the tour and it was just a regular tour and we're walking through the rooms and everything and we go to a room upstairs and we get to that bedroom and I smelled something like clean. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. It smelled clean to me. And so we're at the back of the line again because I like to take pictures and such. So I whispered to Brittany, I said, do you smell like it smells kind of clean in here? And Brittany was like, Melanie, you're ridiculous. It smells like old and mothballs. And I was like, I don't know how to explain it, but it smells like clean. Okay, so he ends up finishing the tour in that room and we walk outside in the hallway and he's like, okay, everyone gather over here. And so we walk over and he's like, did anyone smell anything in that room? Did the room smell different to you? And I was like,
Did you raise your hand?
I raised my hand and I said,
Me.
and he was like, well, what did it smell like? And I said, I don't know how to explain it. I felt like it smelled clean. I don't know how to explain it. And he said, well, there are a lot of people that are sensitive to spirits. When they go in that room, they smell lavender.
Is that what you were smelling?
I don't really know what lavender smells like, but it was clean.
It smells like lavender.
I mean,
Yep, that's it.
would y'all think it smelled clean? I
It
guess.
probably.
That's
It's
what
probably
he's-
more
I
of
do
a,
have it's more of a strong flower.
like a fresh.
maybe it's like a fresh smell to you.
It's
That's what
strong.
it smelled.
I have lots of lavender.
Yeah, well, this smelled like real fresh, and my sister thought it was crazy.
Like
She was like, "It smells old." Yeah, it was weird. It was like,
Either way, it was a different smell.
yeah, and it was like
You smelled something.
I thought they had something like plugged into the wall or
Yeah.
something. You know what I'm talking about to
And
make
that
the
could be
room
lavender
smell.
smell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
different kind of.
You know,
fragrance.
so that was
Ooh.
weird.
That is.
That happened
Okay,
to me.
that is weird.
Yeah, so I went on a beach trip this past week, and some strange things happened on that beach trip. And we stayed in this really nice beach house. It was so pretty, and it was a friend of mine. I don't know if she wants me to mention her name, but she's getting married. And the house, I didn't feel uncomfortable in the house or anything, but two other friends of mine, I know I can mention their names, Carly and Darby. They were staying in the bedroom next to me and Crystal. Okay. And I was real tired and I went to sleep pretty fast one night. And they said they tried to wake me up, and I don't even remember them trying to wake me up, but Crystal said they were freaking out because the light in the room would just kind of dim down and go off and then come back on. And then it would be fine for a little while, and then it'd dim down and go off, and then it would come back on. And one of the girls saw the cord from the ironing board, like the iron, like flip up and down. And like they were freaked out, and they're not used to that sort of thing. And they didn't sleep well the whole week. And me and Crystal slept great. We forgot where we were at. And I told Crystal, I was like, I just feel like if there were spirits, they just leave me alone because they know I'd be like, hey, what's up, guys? But, so it happened again the last night we were there. And me and Crystal were actually sitting in the hallway, and we saw the light dim off.
In the same room?
Same room that they're in. And so they're like, oh my, did y'all see that? And we're like, yeah, it was really weird. And the thing is, the light that kept dimming off and on, it was controlled by a remote control, and they had taken the batteries out of the remote control. And so, like, it was really strange how that was, because you had to use the remote control to turn it on and turn it off. But, I mean, it could have been a wire, whatever, I don't know. Well, so I tell my friend Carly to sit on the bed. I said, just sit there, and I'm going to turn the light out, and I'm going to start taking pictures. So I take pictures, and I took, like, 3 or 4 pictures. And the reason I take 3 or 4 is because I want that same... This is what it's supposed to look like, but this is what I've gotten this time. So we had the regular picture of her, and then the next picture, there's something, a gray shadow that's coming from this side. And then there is a figure of something sitting on the bed beside her. On the other side of her.
No way.
Are we allowed to show that picture?
Oh, my word.
I can
She
blur
said I
her
could.
face out if she doesn't.
She said she didn't hear.
Oh, my goodness.
That's why I mentioned her name. I didn't talk to my other friend that's getting married, so I didn't want to mention her name.
You should... Did you ask you?
No, I didn't.
That's what she wants.
We
She
Would that
wants to
count?
be...
Wait, what if a ghost? Would that was like paranormal? Is that
All
really
right,
a
there's a
dog?
lot of squeaking that's coming out.
There's going to be a lot of squeaking, but she wants... Well, I'm talking, don't you?
Yeah, maybe. I do not. That was a joke.
You said...
That was a joke. Know a lady from Alaska
Oh, that was
That-
her.
would like to.
Antarctica.
And Antarctica.
She was
at.
She bought that
They're both
shop.
cold.
They're both.
She bought that shop, that ice shop.
Yeah.
Oh, she bought the ice shop?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
bought the ice shop.
She sells
Because-
ice in Antarctica.
And she was going to have a relationship
That's gonna be one
with,
with a ghost.
with a
and
ghost.
Her and her husband got divorced over it.
She wanted to marry the ghost.
I mean,
Long squeak for that other one, but wait. This is something
This
else.
is a different, yes. It's a real person, yes.
She lived in Antarctica and she owned ice. She sold ice to the residents.
Because there's no ice on Antarctica. So hot there.
I know, and there's a lot of residents too.
I know. She bought the shop because she heard that it was haunted or whatever. Something was going on. And she bought it because she wanted to be near that ghost.
the spirit.
The spirit. And then she fell in love with the spirit and wanted to marry the spirit.
What all did they do?
I haven't been to Antarctica. I don't know.
Well,
I don't.
Do you think it was a penguin spirit?
I'm in love with a penguin. She rock and she roll.
She's working.
Well, there's a lot. There's a lot of
Sweating.
like forking. I'm in love with a penguin. Sorry.
Well,
Shoot. Okay.
well, shoot.
Well, that was a lot. And I'm glad you were here to share that. And we got pictures as proof. So it's not like she's just.
not just-
I know that she's legit. So that's why we asked her to come visit and talk about it, because a lot of people are interested in paranormal, I guess is the word. And I did look up some things, because when we started investigating that one that we had heard about in the buildings, apparently the people that came into the attic and were changing alarms, or not changing, like working on the alarm system, saw this ghost. And there was just so many stories that we just decided to dig into it, because it's not super close to here, but it's kind of close, so we just went. And anyway, okay, but I looked up, are ghosts real from a scientific perspective, and I looked up, are ghosts real from a biblical perspective. But
Yeah, I want to hear both of those. I think that's
okay, so no, there is no scientific evidence that ghosts are real. While many people report experiencing or believing in ghosts, these experiences can be attributed to psychological factors, misinterpretation of natural phenomena, or even hoaxes. Scientific investigations have consistently failed to find any credible evidence to support the existence of ghosts. That would probably be a very offensive statement to a lot of those ghost hunters that feel
Right.
But despite lack of evidence, people believe in them because of personal experiences, psychological factors, cultural beliefs. It says pseudoscience, which is ghost hunting. In conclusion, while the idea of ghosts is fascinating, there is no scientific basis for their existence. That's scientific. And of course, you got the biblical perspective, which is the Bible does acknowledge the existence of spiritual beings. It generally does not support the idea of ghosts, like as deceased humans.
yeah.
Instead, it emphasizes the existence of angels and demons, with some interpretations suggesting that what people perceive as ghosts are often demonic entities disguising themselves.
That's what I was talking to you guys about earlier, about like paranormal things happening that you know, you don't know what it is, but ignoring it after
Because it
the
could be
fact,
demonic.
because it could be something
Right.
not
Yeah.
good.
So it gives warnings against contacting like the dead, but that's not really what we're talking about.
No.
It's not specific people that we're like, it's got to be them,
Just
you know,
talking about
whatever.
encounters.
Just like you said, just really unexpected
Weird
experiences.
things that are unexplainable.
And I would never, ever, ever suggest contacting the dead. Just get that out there, because the Bible does warn that it is demonic. So, but that's not what she's talking about. She's just talking about weird encounters.
Yeah.
And then it talks about biblical examples of spiritual encounters. There are accounts of Jesus interacting with spirits, both good and evil.
Yeah.
And it also mentions demons possessing people and being cast out by Jesus. So, like, I do think there's something to it. I don't know that ghost is the word, and she wasn't even saying ghost. She was saying paranormal weird experiences.
I've got one thing to talk about with this too.
Okay.
That's I have someone that I'm very close to that I'm not going to mention his name or anything, but he went on a mission trip, and on this mission trip they experienced someone that was supposedly possessed. Okay. Well, one of the things, and this made sense to me, but they said one of the things is that on those islands like that, a lot of those people in those little villages they have no TV, they have no social media, and the devil works on us through television, social media, and like everyday life, and they don't have any of that to get to them, so the devil directly goes to them. And I mean, I thought that was a good analogy, because I wonder, like, people on these islands that, I mean, they really don't have anything. They live this sheltered life. You know what I'm talking about? So that's what the devil works on them, like,
So he's straight
directly.
up directly doing that. This says in Ecclesiastes 9, verses 5 through 6, it says the dead are not conscious. Well, there's that. And have no further involvement in earthly affairs. They're either in heaven or hell, is what it says.
Yeah.
So everything that we're talking about would be just odd encounters.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what I learned just from it. Again,
That's
this is
interesting.
just a good, everything on Google's true.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, even people are going to argue both of these, what I just said. That's just
yeah.
what I found, and I kind of did it quickly, and that's what I read. But I do have a story of a local story. I don't know if you even know this story
I can't wait.
about ghosts. This was back in about 1998, 97. Okay, so you may remember this. You may even remember it because you went to, you didn't go to the high school we went to, but you went. There were several local
Exactly.
schools involved with this. So apparently, we learned that at 10:25 at Stony Point Church of Christ, there was going to be a little girl ghost come out
I've heard.
At the cemetery.
at the cemetery.
Yeah.
So we were going for several nights waiting for her, and several nights she did not show up. Well,
I've heard of people see.
there
her.
were like not college, church youth groups out there singing Kumbaya and trying to do all the things. And of course, we had a guy from our class come in there with a 4-wheeler, and he was ready to get a hold of whatever came out at 10:25, which was very dangerous.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, this is nothing. So we were like leaving. My mom even went because she was like, I want to see this.
Yeah.
So we're sitting out there. Nothing happened about 10:25, 10:26, nothing. So about 11 o'clock, we were starting to leave. And then there it was, this little girl in this white dress, beautiful white dress, long. She walked out from the trees because now there's a building there, but at the time there was not. She walked out from the
saw
trees.
this?
Yes, very clearly. And she spun with her little white dress, and and her hair kind of flowed, and we were like nobody could speak. Okay. She went back into the trees. It was over. I don't know how long after, but we found out that this other local private school, a guy sent his sister out there.
I was going to say, who paid her? I was thinking, who paid her?
I was like, what?
That is dangerous.
It is.
My
Because
dude with a
people-
4-wheeler could have
people-
rammed her
yeah.
over.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
people are crazy.
Yeah.
He they were driving back in behind there. There's a road right beside Stony Point
Yeah,
Church.
I
They
know
were
what you
driving
mean.
back there, and they were dropping her off in the woods and letting her walk out to all us crazies. And she was spinning around, and it looked so real.
Yeah.
Because it was. It was real. We believed
It
it.
looks so real.
We all fell for it, and those people were like, "Look at them! They all think it's a ghost." And
Losers.
we're gonna get the reservation. Here they go. Look, Central's there too.
That was before cell phones and all that stuff. So,
So it was people that were just playing a joke on all of us. They started a rumor, and then they let their little sister out who could have gotten smashed with a 4-wheeler.
Yeah.
But
Goodness.
anyhow, I bet she is, well, if that was 99-ish, she's, in her 30s now. So I wonder if she remembers her brother's making her do that.
oh, no, it'd be awesome if she could contact us.
I'd love for her to contact us.
I wonder who it
I know her
was.
brother.
Do you? Mm-hmm. If it's you, contact us and let us know. Because I want to know
Let us
who
know
the
if
little
you were
girl was in the white dress.
scared.
Because you are awesome. That was pretty good.
That was brave.
No.
Because you were little. Your brothers were probably just like, do it.
I
And
think
you-
how old?
I
How
think
old
I went
was
to
she
Brooks
then?
Elementary in
I really don't
Was
know.
she
I
like
just saw her.
5? Was she like
No, she's
younger?
older than that.
97. Yeah.
So maybe 10?
Probably ish. She played a great part.
Still, I mean,
She's
that's
like close to my age.
that's-
I'm wondering who it is.
that's crazy.
tell you
I
some
mean, a
names later.
10-year-old to do that, to be brave enough to do that.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It worked.
I'd have
It
probably
did.
done
Y'all
it when I
believed
was
it.
10.
Do you want to do a product review real quick and then a game, or a game and then a product review?
Do a quick product review.
Okay, our guest is going to do a product review today because she came in with this product, so we're going to go with it.
Okay, guys, I am promoting Alani. And my favorite one is Cosmic Stardust. And actually, I was telling my friends right here that I bought a hat and it says, I need an Alani, is what my hat
Oh.
says. My husband gets on to me because I usually drink like one a day. And I'm like, I know, but it just gives me a little pep in my step. I can't help it. But another one that I love the cherry. And I also love pink slush.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. I love it. There's your new cotton candy.
I've not tried that.
I haven't tried it
I've
either.
not tried any of them, so I'm letting you speak for it. But I love the Alani protein shakes.
Oh, I've never had one.
So good.
Ooh, I need
They're
to
the
try
best
one.
protein shakes in the land. And I've tried a
Really?
bunch.
Okay, I need
But they
to
don't
try
have
them.
like energy. They're just protein shakes.
Yeah, but-
they're so good, and they're not higher than like your normal. They're pretty normal.
I need to
pretty
try one of
reasonably
those.
priced.
Yeah.
You can purchase these on Amazon.
Right.
We can put it in the description.
Yes.
Help us out. Help us help you.
Buy
Help
Alani's.
buy Alani's.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're good. I think I've tried. Is there a dreamsicle or something
Yeah.
like that?
That's
Something
not my
I think
favorite.
I've tried that one.
It's a newer one,
pretty
isn't it?
good.
Yeah.
My kids love them, but it's probably not best to drink them on an empty stomach. Just throw that out there.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Ask Noah.
We can ask our son about that. But our kids do love them. If you want to, I would say let's recommend to adults.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you want to burn some
Oh,
energy, there you go.
They
Especially
also have the
teachers,
mini sizes. You can buy
Oh,
like little
smaller?
half sizes.
Oh.
So if you don't want as much caffeine,
which will be cheaper. And would this be good for teachers
I
to
drink
get some
them.
energy?
Yes, I drink them.
the
You
very
know,
beginning
we
of the
order
day?
T-bombs, and I've gotten where I only order them on Mondays and Thursdays, and they're half off at Blue and White. I love Blue and White Nutrition. It's
Yes.
great. Ashley,
And that's our friend. Shout out to Blue and White
Yes.
Nutrition.
Shout out to Blue and White.
Go get you a T-bomb.
We love them. But when I don't have a T-bomb, I keep some of those in the little mini fridge at school.
Well, she probably does too. It's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
It's all right.
All right. Now, are we going to play a game real quick?
Yes, we're gonna play a game. We're gonna. I don't know what we're gonna call this, but it's 21 questions centered around a ghost theme. Yeah, grab your buzzer.
Okay.
So it's ghost and spirit themed trivia.
Well,
Stop
dang
it.
it. We're out.
And here's the topics though. It's ghost and spirit themes around U.S. history,
Okay.
movies,
Okay.
and music.
Okay.
This is great.
Now, the difficulty level is what I put in is 5th to 9th grade. So you should be able to get these.
I'm out. I teach third. What in the world?
Only 6th grade
Hey,
for me.
can I talk to you? I'm a teacher's aide.
Hey, can I talk to you?
But you guys passed
Can we
9th
meet
grade.
about this later?
But still, I'm on a third grade level.
Can you listen to me?
I mean, some of them are easy. Now, just keep in mind.
Are you keeping score?
Oh, grab a thing. You keep the score.
I'm keeping the score?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, dang.
Or Mitzi can. Mitzi's the math
Missy's really good at stuff like
professor.
that. Okay.
No. not
She's
professor.
Yeah, professor.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know that answer.
Look, I've already got my hand on here. I'm ready.
Well, it'll be M, M, and M.
3 M's. It would be ma, me, and ma.
Okay.
Ma, me, ma.
Tie in the wind.
Ass.
We'll make it easy. 1 point for each question. First one.
Mel, Mitch, Molly. Can I be Maul? Maul.
First one to
Thanks.
buzz in, and you guys are gonna have to help me out.
Okay.
Like, be honest. The honor system here.
Okay.
Whoever buzzes in first.
I feel like she's gonna be honest.
Well, I mean, I'm not pointing anybody out.
You don't feel like
Like,
I'm
you
gonna be
know.
honest?
You feel like I'm not going to be honest?
No, I said it was scorekeeping.
No, I'm talking about buzzing
Y'all
in
just
first.
tell me what to write down.
Well, you gotta get your buzzer ready because
I
you're
know.
playing.
Like after
See, she's got.
I'm so glad. I'm
We need
80.
Matt.
I'm
You've
80. I
got
can't do
double
two things at
DDs.
once.
Matt needs to be here. Matt,
Matt, where are you at? No, he's playing music.
Yeah.
just practicing.
Okay, so yeah, let me hear yours, Molly.
That's about right.
I should have gotten that one.
Maybe we can distinguish between them. All right, first question. This is considered easy, so this is the lower level.
Okay.
All right. This is a movie themed question. I'll say it kind of fast because you'll get it pretty quick.
I think I already know it.
Who are you going to call to deal with ghosts?
That was me.
Yep.
Ghostbusters.
Yep.
So how many points we?
1 point.
We're just doing one for each
Yeah.
thing.
She gets
And
a
if
marble.
we may do a, if it comes
Okay.
down to it, we might do
Okay.
final question be like worth a lot. All right. Second question around music. What 2022 country song by Carrie Underwood is about haunting someone who broke your heart? Five seconds. 5,
2022.
4, 3, 2.
I don't know.
Just guess.
Oh,
I dug my key into the side of his.
That's a song.
Is that
I just
about
made-
ghost? Or
No, it's
No.
not. You said guess.
it was a guess.
Okay. Well, that's a
Okay.
guess.
That's
That's,
all
the,
I
song,
know.
that's the
Real quick.
song I was thinking about.
The one she sings about tornadoes?
Mm-mm.
I was thinking the one Molly said.
It's called
Like a
Ghost.
Give us a
bat.
hint, give us a
It was a
hint.
bat and all that stuff.
It has ghost in the name.
Okay, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, I've never
I don't
heard of
know.
that.
Ghost Story.
Oh,
That was a 9th grade level one, I guess.
yeah. I
Okay,
should've known
well,
That
that.
was probably
I like
college.
her. I guess I don't like her that much. I mean,
Question
That was 6
3.
years below. That's 6 years
I know.
above me. Okay.
This is U.S. history. Which U.S. president was known for holding seances in the White House to contact his dead son?
Abraham Lincoln.
Yes.
I was about to say, 'cause I
Well.
knew he lost a son.
Congratulations. That
Y'all
was
need to get
good.
on it.
I didn't know that. Melanie, you're winning this game.
I mean,
Will you share your marbles with us?
Yep. So that's the thing. That's the prize. You get all the marbles.
marbles.
Stop
There-
it. I'm so
Yeah, all the
excited.
marbles.
Yeah.
They're like invisible, non-existent
We've,
marbles.
I've never seen them before.
We've never even looked at them. You got a lot of them.
They're
You get-
ghost marbles.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
y'all were going
it.
to give me a gift card.
We'll get you an Amazon gift card specifically for marbles.
We'll get you an
Okay.
Alani.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take
Okay.
it.
Okay. Question 4. This is around movies. In the sixth, I can't say sixth. In the Sixth Sense, what famous line does the boy whisper about spirits?
Oh man,
I see dead people.
Well,
that was a tie.
Oh, sorry.
that's close.
It was okay. It's okay. She's good.
I'm sorry.
I think she got it.
I give
think
it
Melanie
to
got
my
it.
Yes,
friend.
Molly.
She's the guest. I'll give her the point.
Come
Sorry,
on.
Molly.
Sure.
I did know it.
She got another marble.
How did he say it though?
I see dead people.
There you go.
Okay.
Question 5. Round music. What Michael Jackson song features spooky sounds, creepy? Wait, who was that?
It was her.
Her.
Thriller.
Yeah.
It's, who do you think it was?
All right. After 5 questions, what's the score, Mitzi?
4. Melanie is 4. Mitzi is 0. Molly is 0.
But
All
you
right.
said we had 5
Loser.
questions.
Well, we
Yeah,
got
we
a
all
lot.
got- we all got one round.
We
We
didn't
got
answer
a
one.
lot of marbles.
Okay. Question 6. What's the name? Just you might have to guess. What's the name of the Native American movement in the 1890s?
Oh, crap. That was you first.
You didn't finish the
1890.
question, but is it Trail of Tears?
No.
Oh,
That's a good guess.
That
though.
was a
Ghost
good
dance.
guess.
Yep. Ghost
Movement.
dance. Yep.
Ghost Dance.
The ghost
Very
dance
good.
movement.
Can you do the Ghost Dance?
So the question was, what's the name of the Native
I
American
was gonna
movement
say
in the
Trail of Tears, too.
1890s that believed a ritual dance could summon spirits to
did.
help resist U.S. expansion?
Remember?
Oh, I see.
Remember
I
they
finished
got
it.
arrested for it too. They were like,
Dancing like Ghost
That was good.
I need
good
my
thinking, though.
outfit. We need like Melanie's outfit.
to
Your
dance like a
husband's so
ghost.
sweet.
He is sweet.
Good thinking, Molly.
Good thinking, Mom.
Kane would have been like, you're stupid.
Good
Question
thinking.
7. Around movies. What 1990 film stars Patrick Swayze?
Ghost.
Golly.
Quick.
I was ready. I think we tied.
I hit mine too.
You
As
like
it
that
goes
pottery
tries
when
to
they're-
protect his girlfriend with the help of a psychic. Yep.
Oh,
Good
You
job.
think they were?
Oh, the pottery scene. My,
My
darling.
You think they were spooning and forking?
I hunger. I would have spooned with Patrick Swayze.
Your touch.
I hope you're squeaking these.
Alone. And guess what her name was?
Tight.
What was the ghost name?
Oh, the ghost. Oh, Whoopi Goldberg.
No, she was the one that was
No.
the
No,
the
she was the.
medium.
Oh yeah.
The
Oh,
psychic.
come on, the ghost.
Hold on, the ghost was Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze was the
I mean,
ghost.
I'm sorry.
What are you
His
talking
Who
about?
was the one that wanted the ghost?
The actor's name
The-
or
No,
the
her
character
name.
name?
The
The
girl?
character
Oh,
name.
oh my gosh.
Patrick
I
Swayze's
know.
woman?
You're talking about
Yes.
Demi Moore's name?
Uh-huh.
I can't think of her
Oh
name.
my goodness! Hold on a second.
I haven't seen that movie in years.
Good grief! I know. I should know. What is
Should I
it?
give a hint?
Yeah.
It was partially written on that board right there.
Molly?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh my
Molly-
god! Is that who you're named after?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
No, I have no idea who
Oh,
I'm named after.
I'm named after Melanie.
That was
I've gone with the wind.
1990. She
Yeah,
was born
I was
on
born
the-
before
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
She was
my
named
parents-
after you.
I think my parents like Good God, Miss Molly, the song.
Question 8. Around music. What Beyonce song features the lyric, "I'm haunted by this moment"?
If you like it, then you should have put a ring on.
I was thinking, isn't that all the single ladies?
I just made it up.
The word is in the lyric.
I don't know.
Okay, what is it again?
We don't know.
What Beyonce song features the lyric "I'm haunted by this moment"?
Haunted.
Yep.
Well, Melanie, you're taking all of our marbles,
She's
and we
only
don't
listening
even
'cause
have
I-
any.
What's the score?
Melanie is 6, Mitzi is 1, and Molly is.
Will somebody give me a point to share?
All right, question 9.
Okay.
I might at the end give you a half point.
Thank
U.S.
you.
U.S. history. What spooky U.S. holiday is based on dressing up?
Oh crap! It was Mitzi was first.
Halloween.
Yep.
Crap.
Question 10 around a movie.
Day of the Dead is what it was called.
What Pixar film celebrates?
I didn't do it.
The Day of the Dead. What is that? What you're going to talk about? Which Pixar film celebrates the Day of the Dead?
Dia de los Muertos.
Yeah.
That was
And
so
explores
good. Was
the-
that Spanish?
Yeah, it is.
I know it.
And
Oh, did you already answer it?
she buzzed in. Give her 3 seconds.
I know. Oh my goodness! What's
Pixar
the name
movie.
of the movie? It's the.
One.
Go ahead.
The Night Before Christmas.
No.
No, it's not. The Nightmare Before Christmas.
No. No, it's the
Oh,
Pixar
it's a-
movie, and it's the
it's a
Mexican
little boy
guy with
playing
the
the
Day of the
guitar.
Dead plays the guitar.
Well,
Hold on.
I bet people in our audience are screaming at us right now.
Oh
What is
You
his
can pick him.
name? It's the boy's name. Isn't it the boy's name?
no!
Is it not his name?
I don't even know what you're
I know
talking
it.
about. I probably fell asleep.
What is it?
I don't know.
Coco.
Coco.
It's his grandmother's name.
Yeah, that's what it
No
was.
clue. No clue.
Dadgummit.
It's making me nervous. My armpits are sweating.
Oh.
Question
Melanie,
11.
I think you can relax. You're up by a lot.
Question 11 around music. What pop? Can't talk. What pop artist sings "Ghost" with a lyric "I keep thinking you're coming back"?
Justin Bieber.
Yep. She's good.
Mel, you're not invited back.
I mean, what in the world?
You're taking all the marbles and
I'm sorry, y'all.
Question 12 around
Well.
U.S. history. Which battlefield in Pennsylvania is said to be haunted?
Crap, you got it first. You got it first.
Gotta be Gettysburg.
Yep.
It is. That's. So,
Gotta
I want to
be.
go there so bad.
I know, I do too. Gotta be. I was like, it's gotta
Your
be.
finger was faster than mine.
do y'all hear? Well, do y'all hear me right now? That it's because y'all. Did you ever go to gifted class?
No.
She went for a day, and that's why she's got 3 points.
Well, I went in there one time and I was like, oh, this is what the gifted.
there you
classroom
go.
is.
So-
She's been in the class. She's been.
So you
I
went
have
for
No,
one
I
day?
like walked in there.
Oh, well,
As
you,
an
That's what I said.
You-
Like, as a kid, I just walked in there because I wanted to see what it looked like, and I was like, "Oh, this is what this looks like."
Guess what? They never even told. They never even told me there was one.
Quit talking about that.
Okay, it's on every episode.
I know,
That's why
why?
y'all are smarter.
No. There's no possible way.
I know useless facts.
All right, let's
Okay.
give Molly 3 seconds
Okay.
to guess.
Okay.
Then you can buzz.
Okay.
Well, no, that's not fair. I'm okay.
Accommodation.
Let's,
Okay.
you let
All
them
right.
guess.
All right,
Okay.
guess. All right.
Okay.
What animated, this is around movies, what animated film features a friendly ghost who lives in a mansion?
Casper.
Yep.
Wow, we died gummit.
Question 14 around music. Oh, sorry, Mitzi, go ahead.
I'm ready.
Which 2000s R&B song by Ray Parker Jr. became an iconic ghost theme anthem? It's a movie. It's a
Who?
theme song of a movie.
Of who?
Ray Parker Jr. became he wrote it.
I have no idea.
It's already been mentioned. It's a movie.
Ghostbusters.
Yep.
I was gonna guess it, but I did not get a chance. The ink's gonna run out.
Question
How many
15.
questions we got?
21.
Well, she.
What
Dang it.
eerie
I have
pri-
no way to come back.
Hey, here's the thing.
Can that last one be worth 21 points?
That's it.
Okay,
yep.
good.
The last one's gonna be hard.
Well,
not
I'm
sure.
probably gonna get it because I'm the smartest.
All right,
one.
I'll make the last one. Okay, I know what I'll do. Okay. Question 15. What eerie prison in Pennsylvania is said to be haunted and was once home to Al Capone? That's a tough one. It does say hard.
In Pennsylvania, and it was a prison.
I don't know this one.
It's gonna be tough.
Pinehurst is that's an asylum, I think.
Ooh, asylum scares me.
That is, yeah.
Okay, wait. Al Capone was in this prison.
Al Capone stayed
I
at
probably
Alcatraz.
looked into
I was like, he was
it.
at Al-
He
Yeah,
was at Alcatraz.
Yeah.
But that's California. So I do not know.
You know, he went to Hot Springs, and he had to sit in the hot springs to try to cure.
Did it work?
He died of. That's serious.
Al Capone, you can die of that?
Oh heck yeah! Y'all need to watch the movie.
Make sure you
Capone.
squeak that part that I said.
Can we watch
didn't hear
Capone?
Okay, you
Tonight.
Y'all need to
No,
watch
you're-
Capone. It's got Tom Hardy plays Al Capone.
Oh, Tom Hardy's awesome.
He's awesome, ain't he? I love
Wait,
him.
he died of that?
Yeah. And he would go to Hot Springs, Arkansas. And I went to this place called Eureka Springs, Arkansas one time. And he would go there too. But, you know, people would ride trains to these hot springs and sit in them to try to cure the cancer.
But it didn't
and-
work.
No.
He needed
I
to
think it just like calmed their, you know, I think it just like calmed their muscles and
I've
stuff
got a
like
way
that.
to prevent it.
Yeah.
Next.
Or,
Question
yeah.
16. Movie themed.
Okay.
In Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead
Nope.
Man's Chest, what cursed sea captain leads a ghostly crew aboard the Flying Dutchman?
Okay, I know him. He turns into a ghost. And, I mean, they all turn into skeletons. Not Blackbeard.
I've never seen the movie.
Oh.
I'll give you 3 seconds, and I'll give you the last name.
Okay.
That may help you.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Last name is Jones.
Oh, Davy Jones.
Yep.
Good job, Melanie, because I never
Curse
watched
of Davy
that.
Jones Locker.
Yes,
That's
that's SpongeBob.
Hey, yeah.
What's SpongeBob?
They talk
You
about
need to
that.
give me a point.
Better,
forget my
because
points.
she may get behind.
All right.
Show our audience our board.
Yeah.
You know what? That well shoot. Will you just put well shoot under mine?
Well, shoot.
Okay.
The last one will be worth 15 points. We're not there yet. 17. Question 17 around music. What pop group had a hit with the 2008 song Disturbia, which had...
Disturbia.
Why does it say pop group?
I know the song. I don't know the group.
It's solo artist. Don't say the group. It's a solo
Okay, I don't know
artist.
her either.
Disturbia, which had a spooky haunted vibe.
I know the song. I do
Yeah.
not know who sang it.
Rihanna.
Oh.
Rihanna.
Well, she.
Well, she.
All right. 18 around U.S. history. What U.S. building is said to be haunted by the ghost of Dolly Madison, especially in the Rose Garden?
Oh, go ahead.
I don't know. I don't even know if this is a building. No, I'm not saying it because I'm going to be embarrassed.
Say
You
it.
go.
I want you to say
No,
it.
go.
Is it the White House?
Yes.
Because the Rose Garden's out
Okay.
there.
Yep.
What were you gonna say?
I'm not telling you.
I was going to say the White House, and then my ADD kicked
It's
in listening
private.
to you. You
It's
ruined that
private,
for me.
what I was going to say.
I love you.
Well,
Love y'all.
All right. 3 more questions. Question 19.
Haunted by who?
James. It was. He said Madison.
Dolly
so
Madison.
It'd have to be James Madison, right? His
Yeah,
wife.
So
his
the
wife.
White House is supposedly haunted?
I've heard that.
That might be where all the trouble's coming from.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, go ahead.
This has a lyric that mentions ghosts, so it's not a ghost themed song or anything, but it has a lyric. Anyway, what Taylor Swift song includes the lyric, "I remember how we felt sitting by the water, like a ghost in the room"?
It's a simile.
But that's not that.
I don't know.
Taylor Swift.
Charlotte would know. I need to call her.
Listen, I
Call a
can't.
friend.
Lifeline.
I love my.
Into the Woods.
That was a good guess.
Yeah.
Say it again.
I don't know it.
I remember how we felt sitting by the water, like a ghost in the room. Okay.
I'm not a Taylor Swift fan.
Me
Please
neither.
don't unsubscribe. I love the Taylor Swift fans. I just don't love her.
Back to December.
That's what I mean.
Oh, I like that song.
I'll be gone till November. I'll be gone till November.
Question 20.
The wrong song.
This is going to be difficult. It
Give a
says
kiss
easy,
to
but
my
I
mother.
don't know. You may get it. What legendary Virginian estate is rumored to be haunted by the ghost of Thomas Jefferson?
In Virginia?
Yeah, it's an estate in Virginia.
Mount Vernon. Isn't that in Virginia?
Maybe.
What's Thomas Jefferson's house's name?
I don't
What's
know.
Thomas Jefferson's home? Thomas Jefferson's home?
It'd have to be his
that
plantation,
the
I
answer?
would think.
Thomas Jefferson's home.
5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Monticello.
Monticello. I've always wanted to go there
That's
too.
what I was about
Yeah.
to say.
All right,
Yeah.
last question. What's the score, Mitzi?
Well,
Melanie 10, Mitzi 4, Molly, well, shoot.
if you want to request a history teacher, or if you want to request a film teacher, I'm your girl.
All right, so last question, question 21, worth 15 points.
I can win.
I'm nervous.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm
Are you
ready. Yep.
Okay. In Poltergeist, what device do the spirits use to communicate with a young girl?
TV.
That's good. She won. She won all marbles.
Well, shoot!
What in the world?
Oh.
If my husband was our producer, I'd get a 15 point
really?
question.
Did you know that?
Yes.
Yes.
Everybody knows that.
I didn't push fast enough.
That
Golly.
was funny.
I'm proud of you.
Don't call it a comeback. Oh,
She got one question.
One stinking question right.
Oh, me.
it's not fair. I'll give y'all my marbles.
Okay, good.
It's not
We don't
fair.
share our
To.
marbles
You don't
around
have
here.
to. He made it. Hey, if I would have gotten the 15 question right, I would want my 15.
And you'd have been
Points.
30 or 20.
25.
25.
25.
Well, that was fun. Melanie, thank you for joining us. Where can we find you on social media? What's your handles?
Mel Lancaster on TikTok. Captain Melanie. Ahoy, mateys!
She's going to come back and see us and talk about boat safety because it is
Yes.
important.
It is.
Because we have some safety tips
Yep.
based on experience from some
Right.
things. So we're going to talk about safety for summer, things that we do,
Yes.
boats,
That's a good idea.
side by sides, just things that we really need to keep in mind.
Yep.
Okay. So thank you, Melanie, for joining us
Well, I loved it.
and for rocking us in that game.
Yeah, we're so glad you won.
No, I won. Remember the TV. I remember Poltergeist. That was scary
It was scary. My finger wasn't
How did you win?
because I knew the answer.
One stinking question.
Because I wasn't even
And like,
needed for
winner,
gifting because I
winner,
had
chicken
all
dinner.
that. Yep.
What's wrong with you? Man.
I'm just smart. I can't.
Well,
help
what do
it.
we need to tell them? Because even I'm mad I didn't win.
Okay. Subscribe if you can.
Don't if you can't.
Well, shoot.